In the heart of Africa's vast savanna grasslands, from the Serengeti to Botswana, nature paints a vivid picture where life and death go hand in hand every day. Under the scorching sun and yellow grass, hundreds of species of creatures fight together to survive. And among the powerful predators, such as lions, leopards, hyenas, there appears a silent character, the warthog, a wild pig with sharp curved tusks, a rough body, but carrying the spirit of a true warrior, resilient, silent, and never submissive. Click subscribe to not miss the dramatic confrontations between predators and prey in the wild. Warthogs, seemingly ordinary wild pigs in the harsh animal world, possess a unique and strategic social structure. They live in small family groups, usually a female with her young, sometimes with an adult male. Each such group is closely bonded, foraging together, guarding and protecting each other. Interestingly, they rarely dig their own burrows, but instead reuse old burrows left behind by hyenas or honey badgers, a clever way of using resources for long-term survivors. From the habit of living in an organized manner, we gradually discover more clearly the portrait of a resilient warrior. Weighing between 50 and 150 kilograms, the warthog has a compact but muscular body and short but strong legs, allowing it to reach incredible speeds when fleeing predators. Standing out on the face are two pairs of sharp, curved fangs, not only for show, but also as powerful weapons used for defense in life or death situations. Comment number jeden if you like Warthogs. Warthogs are mainly active during the day, especially in the early morning and late afternoon when the sun is less intense. Their diet consists of grass, roots, and tubers, simple but requires patience and persistence to find. When threatened, the warthog does not run away, but turns its back into the cave entrance, using its fangs to fight back fiercely, like a last warrior holding the ramparts, silent but never subdued. With their rugged appearance and simple feeding habits, warthogs may not be as impressive as other predators. However, in their silence and persistence, they have demonstrated a remarkable ability to survive in an unforgiving world. And to survive, strength alone is not enough. Warthogs must learn to adapt to both the harsh environment and the enemies that stalk their every move. The African savanna is not only a sunny and windy paradise, but also the most challenging land on the planet. Months of drought scorch the land, turning the grass gray and making water a luxury. It is in such circumstances that only the most resilient species can stand firm. But harsh weather is only part of the battle. The real threat lies in the cunning predators that lurk among the tall, burning yellow grass. Lions, the ultimate predators, often ambush in groups, waiting for the opportunity to explode in just a few short seconds. Lions are masters of tactics in the hunting world. They rarely act alone, but rather work in groups. A pride of female lions quietly spreads out, surrounding their prey from multiple directions. When the opportunity is ripe, an individual will rush forward, causing panic, forcing the prey to run in the predetermined direction. Lions do not hunt indiscriminately, but choose weak, old, or young targets. With sharp claws and lightning attacks, the hunt ends quickly, neatly, and decisively. Leopards, nocturnal hunters, attack with speed and surprise. In addition, leopards are solitary and extremely cunning hunters. They do not need packs, but rely on excellent camouflage and cold patience. Leopards often hide in the bushes, watching their prey for hours without making a sound. When they are close enough, they suddenly rush out at speeds of up to 60 km per hour in a short distance, making an accurate pounce. After killing, the leopard will drag the body up a tall tree to avoid predators such as hyenas or lions. Hyenas, never alone, often choose young or weak animals to take down. They are patient, coordinated, and know exactly when to strike. When confronted with hyenas, warthogs, African wild boars show no weakness. Although smaller and lacking sharp claws, warthogs possess powerful curved tusks and a fierce fighting spirit. When attacked, they turn their heads, hiss, and charge at their enemies. In many situations, this tenacity makes the entire hyena pack wary and give up. In such a setting, the warthog must not only be fast, but also alert to every moment. because between life and death, sometimes just one wrong step. Between ferocious predators and merciless weather, the warthog has no choice but to be an absolutely vigilant creature. That is why, during each feeding session, there is always an individual who acts as a sentinel, standing tall in the middle of the herd, eyes fixed on the horizon, ears pricked up to detect strange noises, ready to sound the alarm with just a slight hiss. And when the enemy appeared, they immediately switched to their second survival instinct, running. Not aimlessly running, but a strategic retreat. The warthog darted at incredible speed, its tail held erect like an antenna, a signal for the pack to follow amid the chaotic grass. They also know how to take advantage of every advantage from the environment: dense bushes, abandoned caves, for hiding or defense. But no matter how brave, loss is inevitable. Therefore, the warthog's survival strategy does not stop at escape. It also lies in continuity. They reproduce rapidly, with litters of up to 4 young prowmer, a mechanism to compensate for losses and ensure that the bloodline of this tiny warrior continues to flow across the harsh African grasslands. Survival is not just about escaping enemies or adapting to harsh nature, but also about continuing through generations. For warthogs, maintaining their species is part of their long-term survival strategy. And to do that, males are forced to enter a different kind of war, a war not from predators, but from their own kind. Every mating season, the African savanna is ablaze with fights between male warthogs. They use their curved tusks to butt, intimidate, and claim reproductive rights. But it's not just about strength, it's also a test of character and strategy. The winner isn't necessarily the one who attacks the most, but the one who chooses the timing, holds out, and survives to the end. When the battles for territory end, the strongest is not necessarily the one who causes the most damage, but the one who remains standing to continue protecting the species. And when dusk falls on the steppe, the warthog, the silent warrior, returns to its familiar role, leading its young back to its den, each step steady, silent but majestic. In a world where life is fragile, the warthog is a symbol of resilience, a living testament that it is not the strongest of species that survives, but the most adaptable.